Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Constep and this is going to be part 27 of my early campaign where I'm playing as Aragon. And I know I've been saying this for probably a turn or an episode or two by now, but I do see a light at the end of the tunnel here. I am still in debt. I don't even want to look at this number over here. It's just way too big. And yes, I am still losing money, but the Egyptians have to be accepting a ceasefire any moment now, any year now. They have to be, because they are at war, back at war with the Byzantines. They're still at war with me, and the Mongols are coming in as well. The Mongols are not pushing in on the Egyptians as much as I would like them to, and the fact that there's this strange Byzantine army stuck here in Rum that's actually kind of strong, I feel like this is going to inadvertently sort of halt the Mongols in a way. I would really hope that the Mongols don't waste any time fighting these armies, and I'd rather them spend their forces here in this region on the Egyptians. But the Egyptians are holding okay, but there are a lot of Egyptian generals that are not happy. There are a lot of Egyptian generals that are losing their loyalty. Their king only has 3 influence, and there's going to be a civil war happening any moment now. And when that happens, hopefully before that happens, they will accept a ceasefire. They have to. They have to. And I've learned a lesson from this campaign. I've learned quite a few lessons, actually. Now, this is something I suppose I probably should have learned from previous campaigns that I have played before on my own time, but it can be very difficult to get that ceasefire with factions that, for one thing, if you don't share a religion with them, right? It can be really hard to get that ceasefire with them. In addition to that, they need to be not doing well for them to accept that ceasefire. You know, the power rankings, I think there's some in-game, power rankings where the AI is keeping track of, their level, their power level versus your power level. And if theirs is higher, I don't think they're going to accept that. But I think it's a combination between that and the religion side of things. I think that also plays into it. And the fact that I'm Catholic and the Egyptians are Muslim, I think that is a part of why they're being so gosh darn stubborn. But I think that despite all of that, at this point, they're going to be, their power rankings are going to be, going lower, I think, now. So it has to happen. Any moment now, it has to happen. I have my fleet, my giant-ass fleet here, just sitting and it's just waiting to pounce and to, form my trade fleets here into the Aegean, Sea of Marmara, Black Sea, Eastern Mediterranean, the Nile coast. I just can't wait to spread my wings and make some money again here in the Mediterranean. That's going to feel so good. In fact, I don't really have to waste any ships on the southern or on the, the coast of North Africa, because other than the Nile coast, which is Egyptian, there's only one other port, and it belongs to the Almohads, and they're being even more stubborn than the Egyptians, because at least the Egyptians have had some power for some time, but the Almohads have not. And they still want to think that they can be at war with me. So I don't think I'm going to be trading with this port regardless. If I do have some extra ships left over after, going out into these regions that I already just listed. In fact, I think I will. How many ships do I have here? 10. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then that would leave me 2 more ships that I can bring up to the English Channel, trade with these 3 ports, and then come up to either the North Sea. I can trade with 1 port here. What about the Irish Sea? Is there any ports? Nothing in the Irish. So North Sea it is. And that brings me to the French, who are also having quite a few problems with their population loyalty. I mean, there's a lot of provinces that are getting lower with their population loyalty, but also their generals are losing loyalty as well, because their king is also down to being he's 3 influence as well, and that's coming from losing battles to the Mongols, possibly also a little bit of shenanigans on my end. I've been causing some rebellions up here in Scotland, so I'm trying to get those faction reemergences, and I still think that that's a possibility, especially now that they have to worry about the English provinces that were previously German, and then also provinces that were previously Danish. Oh, yeah, and also the Poles. The Poles are gone as well. And I'd have to imagine some of these provinces were previously owned by Poland. like Prussia, right? I'd assume in the Pomerania. Yeah. So they have to worry about quite a few reemergences. Now, the Italians are getting stronger, and a part of me says, good for them, because that's coming at the expense of the French. Another part of me goes, not good for them, because they're already winning the points race here. And a strong Italy kind of means a strong Italian naval presence. That also makes me nervous, but there's also going to be a papacy reemergence at some point. And that's going to be powerful, and that's going to be right here in the Italians' backyard. So they're going to have to deal with that at some point. Hopefully that's enough to kind of knock them down a peg. And hopefully, you know, the French actually do have a civil war. That'd be really nice. Now, at this point, I've been kind of just using my Inquisitors to, once I realized that I can use them to create this trait where the, let's find an example. What I can do is make them born again. You know, I can make them really fear God, and they lose their dread. They go -6 dread. So if I find a governor that has any dread whatsoever, then I go after them with Inquisitors until they lose all of their dread. I found one here, I believe. This 3-star, he's going to be the general. And he has 3 dread, and he is the governor of Normandy. Now, I don't believe Normandy was previously owned by anyone. I believe this has always been French. But still, just causing even minor civil wars, or not civil wars, but even minor rebellions is going to cause a little a domino effect by causing lower population loyalty in neighboring provinces. So if I can get this trait on this guy, that can also do some good work for me. So let me find a nearby Inquisitor. Are you doing anything? No, you're just preaching. And so you can come down here and inquisit on this man. I don't need you to kill him necessarily. I just need you to, you know, put the fear of God in him. And I think that that's going to be a pretty reliable way to, you know, just create a little. I'm just doing the best I can here. Whatever I have, I'm trying my best to create some issues with the French. And the Mongols at least are pushing pretty hard on this side. I'd wish that they'd bring some of their forces from Khazar, for example, brought down here and put some more pressure on the Egyptians. But you know what? I gotta say, I mean, a civil war plus a war with the Byzantines should be enough to put some pressure on the Egyptians, hopefully. I know that there was a Byzantine presence here in Crimea, but I think that's gone by now. And if it is, then yeah, these forces should freaking move down and support their brothers down here in Georgia and Armenia. So, what is my bishop? Is he gonna talk to? Yeah, you have to keep trying, man. Get that ceasefire. Don't stop. Do not stop. All right, I don't think there's really anything else I need to do here. So I'm probably just gonna end my turn right away. I've already looked at the all of the French governors. They're mostly relying on piety and not so much on dread. So there's not too many opportunities to use that. But anytime, I'm checking, I think, pretty much every turn. So if I find one, I'll use my Inquisitor to try to remove that dread from him. Well, I don't like this. There's an assassin, he's killing my Inquisitors, and that's getting a bit troublesome. I believe that assassin has probably gained a few points of valor by now. Because, yeah, someone's killed a few of my Inquisitors by now, and I can't train anymore, that's all I have. Now, this is big. The Italians have actually taken Toulouse from the French. Wow. So, I have new neighbors, and I have to consider, do I want to be friends with the Italians now? I don't know. This is also big, and not great. The Egyptians have taken Georgia from the Mongols. And yeah, that makes me a bit nervous. I don't like that. The Italian Doge has died from an illness, but his heir has taken over. And the Inquisition is spiraling out of control here in Murcia, so that's going to lower the zeal there. And let's see, so the Byzantine, he wants to be an ally. Okay, well, I feel like I already offered that, and he turned it down. I suppose, yeah. I don't see any problem with us being allies. I don't intend on attacking him again, so At least not any time in the... I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah. Let's just be friends for now. And if I need to pick... If I need to pick another side later on in the campaign, that's going to be fine. All right, we got ourselves a fanatic here. Plus 40% zeal. Wow, that's a lot. Only one governing, though. And then loyal. Plus 1 loyalty. Good. Nice. That's what I love. I love the loyal ones. All right, so this is only going to last 2 turns before this falls. And then, yeah, the Italians are going to own Toulouse. How are their armies looking? Yeah, they have some Arbalesters, some Genoese sailors, which is a good archer unit. Italian spearmen, you know, good spearman unit. Mounted crossbows, halberdiers, yeah, good polearms unit. And they still have peasants though. That's the thing. Like, and I'm not seeing any great heavy cav. Yeah, I'm not seeing. It's mostly infantry that I'm seeing. And peasants. Like, there's 4 units of peasants in this army that took Burgundy. Like, what the hell? Huh. It's interesting. Yeah, like, the Italians are doing well, but I really feel like, you know, once we get that papacy reemergence, that's going to really mess stuff up. Because the Italian armies, they all are up here. There's really nothing down here in Italy itself. Let's go spy on Rome so I can check out the new Doge and see what he is all about. See how his influence is doing and all that. And there has to be a French Civil War happening at some point. They're just, you know, when you keep losing battles like this, the king is going to continue to lose influence. How is he doing right now? He still has 3. Okay. So he's hanging in there. And have you not offered that ceasefire yet? Come on, you got to track this guy down. Where did the... All right, so the... Wow, the Sultan... Okay, so see, damn. So the Egyptian Sultan actually did gain some influence because... I'm assuming because they took this province off of the Mongols. Yikes. So how about the generals? Did they... How are we looking? 1 loyalty. How about you? I think this is the guy that I fought. I think so. He still has tons of loyalty, so he's not going to worry about him. 5 for him. You're the king. You're the sultan. 3 here. 0. Okay. See? 2. And what about you? 3. Come on, like, come on, guys, please. And you guys, like, what? Get your act together. Come down here and help out. Yeah, man. If these armies could come down, and then this army that's in this castle will sally out, and then these armies come back from Armenia, and if they just like take this fight here, oh, that could be really good. That could kill a lot of Egyptians right there. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I just need. Hopefully, the Sultan will accept a ceasefire. Even if that civil war comes, but that civil war should still come. And it'd be nice to see the Byzantines be a little aggressive too. Yes, yes, here we go. This is what I wanted. We have a reemergence of the Germans here in Bohemia. Oh, thank God. I needed that. Yes, the Germans reappear, an heir of the last ruling lineage who escaped detection has organized a rebellion in an attempt to re-establish his faction. A number of other rebellions in progress have declared allegiance to his faction. Number of provinces being attacked is 2. Yes. All right, and God damn it. The Egyptians are still rejecting my proposal of a ceasefire. This is just absurd. This is just ridiculous. I can't, like, what else needs to happen up here? These guys need to go south. Like I already, you know, we've already covered that. What's happening here? I need to see what's going on. Send my princess this way. Send you here. You can come down to here. I need eyes on. I need to know, like, what forces are available that could be rerouted this way. Just so I just need to know so I can, you know, I need to know that there's hope, right? And Bishop, you just keep on trying. Oh, I actually missed this at first. there wasn't just a faction reemergence by the Germans, but there was also a loyalist rebellion by the French. Because this province is owned by the Mongols, but they're having a hard time holding on to it. So yes, there's a lot going on here. There's a French loyalist rebellion that's made up of, it's a decent army. Feudal sergeants, arbalesters, crossbows, archers. Nothing too crazy, but you know, that's kind of solid. Then the Germans, feudal knights, good, decent. Some royal knights, some mounted sergeants, crossbows. How about the infantry? Chivalric sergeants and some feudal men-at-arms, Pavese crossbows. Yeah, that's some solid stuff. Some arbalesters. Yeah, this is decent. These are some decent armies and some more feudal knights, more mounted sergeants. This can get some work done, I think. And then how about over here? The Germans are also attacking Swabia, and this is complicated, where there is an Italian army sieging a French army that's inside of the castle. And then the Germans, oh, I love this. This is great. And there are some chivalric men-at-arms here, good swordsmen, you know, get some good tier 2 swordsmen, and a bunch of feudal men-at-arms. Wow, that's crazy. That's a lot. Great. That's what I love to see. That's what I love to see. Now let's see if we can just get that with the English and also the Danes and the Poles, and that's what I would love to see. Oh man. I wonder if it's too late for us to get something like that from the Turks reemerging, because once it's been 60 years since the faction has died off, then there's no hope of there being a faction reemergence, because any previous child would have grown old and died by then. It's probably been too late, I'd say, for there to be a Turkish reemergence here, which is too bad, but looking around, it doesn't seem like loyalty is an issue for the Egyptians. Yeah, they have really good loyalty, damn. Or population loyalty is what I meant. The generals, on the other hand, oh boy, I don't know. Are they getting better? That's not what I want to see. Foreign influence, yeah, foreign influence. That's just... I really hope we can still get that civil war here in Egypt. Now we have another Egyptian jihad declared on Antioch, and I have skipped ahead by quite a few turns just because there's really no reason to show you guys me over and over again trying to get this ceasefire with the Egyptians. They're just not having it, and I can see why. Somehow they've stabilized, and I don't understand it. They've actually fought the Mongols pretty well, and they're kicking butt against the Byzantines as well. And I thought there was going to be a civil war, and then because of these victories against the Mongols and the Byzantines, they were able to stabilize. Now, there is kind of some good news here with the jihad. What that means is there is going to be more attacks on Antioch. As long as I can defend Antioch, then this jihad will eventually end, and that will lose influence for the Sultan, for the Egyptians. Now, the current Egyptian Sultan's pretty gosh darn old, and I'm going to be curious to see what the new Sultan's influence is going to be, because I'm trying to think, do kings and sultans and caliphs, do they lose influence just when they lose provinces, or also when they lose battles? I can't quite remember, because obviously I'm not taking any of their provinces, but if they are losing influence, also if they attack me and then I defeat them, that would be nice as well. So this could be some silver lining right here. You know, by there being a jihad, I can defeat it, but it's gonna take a while. That's the thing. Like, you know, we saw with the last jihad that they sit there for a long time and on that border before they finally go away. So yeah, it's gonna be, I don't know what the answer is here, but hopefully things go south for the Egyptians sooner rather than later. Because desperate times call for desperate measures, an option that could be available to me is that maybe what I do is I leave a couple units of peasants here just to garrison this castle here in Antioch, and then I take just the full force of my armies. I mean, I'm running out of time, right? Like, my debt is so high, and I need to force the ceasefire. So I suppose at this point, I could actually try to find the province that has the Ribat, which is the building that builds the or jihad markers for the Muslims. And I'm guessing it's in Arabia because it's come from this direction. So it's either Arabia or Palestine. But that's what I could do, is I could just go on a little sortie here and maybe sack a few provinces and cause some issues for the Egyptians. It really does depend on how many forces they have down here. I know they have one stack down here, not even a full stack, just a half stack here in Egypt, a little force here in Tripoli, and this isn't much here in Syria either. So I'd be curious to see what they have in Sinai and Palestine and Arabia. So let's bring my princess over. She can start scouting in this direction, and you can keep trying to get that ceasefire. And let's do this. Let's like go all in here and see if we can force the issue here. Here we go in Syria, and they did not retreat. They actually are going to take this fight. I suppose, actually, I don't even think that jihads can retreat. So we do have a fight on our hands, and we do outnumber them, not quite 2-1, but, you know, kind of close. But because I'm in a position where I can't train any more soldiers, that's why this is so risky. And I am going to be fighting in the desert, so I need to really be careful of getting my guys too tired here. What kind of forces am I going to be facing here? So 5 units of archers, desert archers, 2 crossbowmen, 1 arbalester, 2 spearmen, and then 3 heavy cav, plus a camel, and then 2 artillery pieces. So really not much in the way of heavy infantry, but there's a lot of archers and some decent cav as well. So I'm going to have to make sure that I get the right army going here. Welcome to the desert, folks. This is going to be a pretty long one, I think, because, yeah, they do have a few reinforcements. And there's the oasis. But yes, I'm going to have to drive off all the reinforcements. It's not going to be like where I'm the defender, where I can just beat the first wave and then the rest of them run away. In this case, I will actually have to probably going to have to keep fighting here. But yeah, we'll see. Let's get formed up first, just so that they can't jump on me while I'm out of position. It looks like they've arrayed themselves up on this hill, so let's actually go all the way around the side here and try to get more on even ground. It looks like there's going to be crossbowmen. Yeah, all of their range units, well, their crossbow like range units are going to be right here. So yeah, let's hit that flank and turn them around and try to get on even ground here. Just as I'm moving around this flank, they did actually just go, nope, we don't want to do that, and they went over to that hill. And they're going to force me to attack them on that side. You know what they did do, though, is that they did leave their artillery undefended. So let's send some of my cav over to deal with those artillery pieces. And then I can move the rest of my army around to... yeah, I'm going to come around over this hill and try to get on even ground again and see if they keep repositioning. We have just begun to crest this hill, and they are sending some crossbows forward. Actually, let's take that grab, and let's go try to kill these crossbows before they can react. And then let's push our infantry forward as well. Center, and then left flank. And then right flank should be pretty strong. It's 2 units of Italian infantry. My reserves are going to be my swordsmen, and then my pole arms unit as well, my militia sergeants. And let's see if they're going to react to this. Looks like they just might react to this. So let's pull back my cav and get them back here, please. Disengage. Do not get caught by spears. That's never a good feeling. But my archers should start getting some shots in pretty soon. And then, ooh, what happened here? Did my guys get left behind? Uh-oh, that's not good. That's not good. Let's get cav moving up, and let's make sure my general as well. Keep him out of danger, but he's 5 stars, so he should help out. And what do we got going here? Yeah, archers are shooting in. And then left flank, move up as well. And we do have to keep the pressure going here. We gotta keep the pressure, because they do have a ton of archers. So let's see, where are their spears? Yeah, Saracen infantry right here. And then I think they just have just those 2 spearmen. That Nubian spearman right there, and then the Saracens right there. So if I could actually get my reserves moving up here, which is unfortunate they got left behind, because they're here to kill spearmen. My swordsmen and my polearms. Well, my polearms are more so for killing cavalry, but I could really use my spears or my swords right now in my front lines. We do have some Mamluk cavalry coming up there, pretty decent, like medium cav with a good attack. I believe they have an armor-piercing attack. And then what do we got here? So Saracens are moving up. And where is... I need my swordsmen, guys. You guys need to be moving up here. Let's bring my Genites forward and Turcopoles. These are my light skirmish cav. And Mamluk cavalry. Alright, so I'm sure we can stop these with our spearmen. But again, it would be nice if we could get our polearms moving up because they are here for killing cavalry. Let's see. Russ spearmen. Ooh, we got a little scrunched up here. So let's move them here. And Genites, try to mirror wherever these guys are moving. Because with your javelins, you can do a lot of damage to them. Alright, Saracen infantry are coming in right here. Luckily, we do have our swords available now, so if they want to attack, my swordsman right there could do some damage. There we go. This could be good. Let's get in here with our swords and kill these guys right here and here. Go in. And yep, they are running away. So, oop, and here comes the Nubian spearmen as well. So let's back up a little bit with our swords. I don't want to get too caught out here, but if we can rout these Saracens and the Nubians, that would be all of their melee infantry. Then we just have to deal with their crossbows and their cavalry. We are getting some good shots in here on these Nubians, and they're not too heavily armored, so like they can definitely take some damage from my regular archers here, and also my mounted crossbows and my Faris are also shooting in as well. So yeah, they're doing a bit of damage to these Nubian spearmen. So if they just want to stand there and take some shots, because they've pulled back with the majority of their army here, so you know they're not skirmishing with us, and they have the skirmish advantage, so they should be up here. If they're gonna, you know, take shots at their Nubians, they may as well bring up the rest of their archers. But it looks like that's not what's gonna happen here. So let's just continue to push forward. We don't really want to give them too much space here. Alright, horses are coming in. Here's the Mamluks. So let's get our Genites and start throwing some javelins in right here. And then our spearmen should be able to hold okay. And yeah, our guys are throwing javelins in. Our Spanish javelins can also toss their javelins in as well. Turcoblaze are shooting. We should win that, I would think. Unless Mamluks are like a lot better than I thought. Let's bring over some feudal spearmen on this side to try to help hold this. Yeah, I'm surprised it says they're winning. I have a lot of javelins being tossed in here from 2 units. And I have 2 units of spearmen as well that are fighting here. And I have another unit of spearmen that are coming over to help. So hopefully we can hold there. That'd be really unfortunate if these guys cannot hold. I mean, I know my spearmen were a little bit damaged, but still. And what do we got here? Some Gulam Cav are coming in. Okay. Let's bring over another unit of spearmen to help out. And let's bring over, gosh, do I bring over my feudal men-at-arms? I guess, just because you guys are here. And let's bring over my spearmen as well. That leaves my center pretty much wide open. So let's bring over my militia sergeants to help out here. And hopefully we can drag down these Gulam bodyguards. Spanish Genites are out of javelins, so get in there. And then my regular javelin men as well. They're still fighting. Turcopoles, let's shoot down these Gulam Cavs. And yeah, they're really pushing hard on this side. So let's bring in my militia sergeants. These are my polearms. You guys can come in and try to help out. Yep, now they're running away. That's perfect. Turcopoles, try to run down these Mamluk cavalry. And if they're going to break, is there anything to stop us from running them down? Where are their spearmen? Nubian spears back here and Saracens right here. So this is their general. This is their Bedouin camel unit. And I think I want to get reformed, honestly. So let's get back. Try to get back here. Try to get back. Try to get back. Do not get too out of position. If we can kill the general, though, this is a 6-star general. So that would be really good, actually. So let's try to, like, come in here. And if we can do this and get rid of him, that would be a really good catch for us. So let's just swarm him with, like, everything that we have on that side. And then let's continue to push forward with our center, just to create some more space for ourselves. That way they can't, you know, hit our guys when they're all bunched up right there. And then let's bring up our right flank as well. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. They're going to be coming in with some more guys to join into this melee. And if we can support that with our guys, that would be great. So let's bring over my spearmen here and try to flank their Gulam cavalry. Let's bring in my Rus spearmen to help out with their camels. And yeah, they're a little bit slower to bring in their Saracen infantry to help out here. And then do they have... Where are their Nubian spearmen? Where are they? They're over there. So let's go attack these archers in melee combat here and here. Let's bring my general over just to provide a support because this is where the battle is the heaviest. And then let's bring my archers in. They're out of ammunition, so let's bring them into melee to help chase down archers. Even though these desert archers will beat my archers in a straight up melee fight, if they're supporting my cav, that might work out okay. And this is a really pitched battle over here. My oh my. Yeah, let's see. Javelins, get in here, help fight. And is there any units? Yeah, but let's bring over my Italians, actually. My Italians, and let's try to get us around, and let's try to, you know, kill them here. And yeah, all the archers are running away. There is some Mamluk cavalry still available, which is a little bit dicey. I don't know if I can beat them with my archers and my Genites. I may have gotten a little bit overzealous here. Let's see. Yeah, there's only 10 of them. And I just have a crap ton of archers, so maybe we can just drag them down with sheer weight of numbers. And yeah, it's so tempting to keep chasing. All right, let's get my Italian infantry up here to flank these guys up here. And man, I really hope my guys can hold. Yep, here we go. That's the break. Yes, there we go. Now we just have to kill the general. The general's completely surrounded, so that should work out there. And then let's see, these Mamluks, are they still fighting? Yes, they are. So let's run them down. And yeah, these desert archers want to keep fighting. Okay. And let's get this general's still fighting. Oh my goodness. Let's grab everyone that we can and start running down. Ooh, my Turco players got caught by spearmen. No. Guys. Run away. While I'm doing this, it's going to be important for me to keep in mind that there is a lot of reinforcements yet to come on to the field for the Egyptians. So while I do want to get as many, kills or captures during this route, it's going to be important for me to keep some form of cohesion here so that when that second wave comes on, I'm going to be ready for them. It looks like the other waves are not coming on. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, well that's a victory right there. We did kill 305 and we captured 194. I say kill them. Although I just remembered that I hope I don't get -1 morale now. Oh god. That would suck. No. Please don't give it to me. I don't want that trait that gives me -1 morale. That'd be awful. So I did capture Syria, and I wonder what happens. Like, is the jihad just like dead now, or what? Like, what's the deal with that? I don't think it can retreat. Let's see what's happening here. So the Italians have retreated from Venice. From who, I wonder? And yeah, one of my princesses has retired. Okay. The Germans are happy. Good for them. Inquisition's going out of control here in Pomerania. All right. And same thing in here in Wales. And here we go. Okay, so the Pope the Pope in exile is leading a rebellion to reunite the papacy and restore it to its former independence. A number of other rebellions in progress have declared allegiance to this faction, and 2 provinces being attacked. Okay, so that's going to be the papacy, of course, in Rome. So the Italians are going to have to be paying for their sins right here, because that's going to be quite a handful for them to deal with. So, scant mercy, +1 dread. Okay, so he hasn't... So I think if I do it one more time, then he's going to end up having the trait where it's -1 morale, I think. Yikes. And then Prince Fernando, what do you got? +2 dread, -2 piety. Okay, murderous temper. Okie dokie. We got an Egyptian fleet right here, so I have my massive fleet, so let's kill that Egyptian fleet. Then we can come back here and try to take some of these, re-secure some of these sea regions. So yeah, so the jihad actually can retreat. That's interesting. I would assume that the Rabat is here in Arabia. I can confirm that with my princess. But yeah, gosh, it's actually they have a decent amount of armies back here. I'm surprised they didn't invade Antioch immediately. So how long is this going to last? So it would take 2 turns before this siege falls. And I'm really tempted to make sure that falls, but I don't want to wait here for 2 turns because I could be attacked by these 2 armies in Tripoli, this army here in Edessa, this army in Palestine, and then this army here in Arabia. And then this army could also sally out of this castle here in Syria. So even though it's really, really tempting, what I should do instead is attack this army here in Arabia. Then the only army that could reinforce is, well, okay, so Palestine and then Sinai. But I say I take my chances, because this is my goal, of course, is to destroy this jihad. So let's go in here. Let's just keep moving and do that. Hopefully no one attacks Antioch, but I mean, they really should. Yeah, they really, really should. Unless they're worried, like, the Mongols are going to get involved or something. Which, you know, I'm creating an opening for them. So the Mongols, oh, they should. I hope they can get something done, but they've lost Khazar to the Egyptians, which is just, oh, gosh. It's so frustrating that the Mongols, they did so well on this side, but then the Egyptians have been left almost entirely alone. This is what I'm talking about. That 6-star general, you know what? I may as well leave him alive because he's almost always going to be the general because he's 6 stars, but he has doubtful courage. There is serious doubts about his courage in the face of the enemy. Reports of him screaming like a girl as he departed the field are not too exaggerated. His men are not inspired. -6 morale. -6 morale! Oh, man. So yeah, he's going to be giving a lot with this. But he's going to be taking a lot back with that -6. Ooh, man. Yeah, I'm going to keep him alive. Yeah, definitely. Definitely keep him alive. And if I can keep taking provinces from the Egyptians, hopefully that's going to work on, you know, work against the Sultan's influence. And, you know, hopefully we can get that civil war going. That would be nice. Now Antioch has been invaded, but I'm simply just going to retreat to my stronghold. And hopefully my men can last in that castle for a while. And yeah, I did lose Syria to the Egyptians. That's totally fine. And then they did retreat from Arabia. Okay, that's interesting. And then I did pillage some money, destroy some buildings. And I'm wondering if... Okay, so I did sink those two Egyptian boats. That's good. And then, yes, the French have declared a crusade against the Egyptians, which is curious because the French are not doing too hot themselves. So this could actually end up working against them. But you know what? I will take all of the help I can here and, you know, bring in more enemies upon the Egyptians. That would be wonderful. Yes, that's really what I need. And yeah, okay, so is this the Civil War? Is this, did we just get a Civil War? This is, isn't it? Yeah, because, yep. Yep, because I just destroyed the Rabat here in Arabia. And that's I feel like that's all I needed. I mean, I don't know how big it is. Looks like there's an army here in Bulgaria that's gone. And then just a unit. Okay, so it doesn't look too big, honestly. But, I'm tempted to continue. So what do I want to do here? I think at this point, what I would like to do is go to Palestine and then work my way up. I don't think I want to wait 3 turns just to kill these 3 units. And, I mean, okay, there's a lot of buildings here. Oh, man. Ooh, that's... Okay, how long am I going to last here? Oh, no, this is only going to last for 3 turns. Damn. Damn. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I could get back in 3 turns. I don't want to go back through Syria. I kind of want to leave these... I mean, this is a rebellion, right? So I kind of want to leave them. What happened? Is this the general? Is this the guy that... Wow, so the guy that used to be a 6-star general is now only a 4 stars. How the mighty have fallen. My goodness. Well, yeah, let's go in here to Palestine. Just to start working our way back to Antioch, and then I could always come back down. Like if I can't actually, like I would love to sack these buildings. That'd be wonderful. But I want to resecure Antioch. That's kind of a priority right now. And actually what they could do, they could end up just attacking me. Could they though? I can't see their army. It's too bad because he has 3 loyalties. So it would be like he's borderline. Like he could have went rebel as well. Okay, well, let's just keep an eye on that, and hopefully I can make it back in time before they take this Actually, gosh, do I... there's not much of an army here. And do I... Oh, yeah, I don't have... Okay. I thought I might have the ships. I might have had a ship line, and then I was thinking about bringing some soldiers over. But no. Nope, I do not. I cannot do that, so... That's too bad. Yeah, so there's a French crusade. Interesting, wow. Where is it right now? Okay, it must be in Wessex, because I can't see it anywhere else. And I know there was a crusade marker sitting up here for a very long time, so... Yeah, that's going to be tough on the French, because I doubt that that's going to be a successful crusade, and that's going to lead to more issues for their king. Because I'm surprised that there has not been a French civil war by now. And how's he doing? He's sitting at 4 influence. I'm surprised it's not lower, to be honest, but the Italians are giving him a lot of trouble. The Mongols are giving him a lot of trouble. The Germans seem a little bit stuck. Which I guess they've been fighting the Mongols, so that's a little bit unfortunate. And yeah, it's too bad that I was never able to create a Danish reemergence, or an English one for that matter. It's not too late though, I don't think. I think we still have time. If I could just get these provinces underneath 120%. Now the Egyptians are retreating from Palestine. Okay, I kind of expected that, so I did destroy at least one building. And Arabia's lost, that's totally fine. And yes, the papacy is wasting no time. They are going straight after the Italians. And I'm I'm really curious to see what becomes of that. Wow, according to the mini-map, the papacy just took all of Italy, the entire boot, in just like one turn. Wow. Damn, okay, so influenza epidemic in Lyon, so gonna be income halved, just what I need. One of my generals has died of old age. That's, you know what, that happens. And yeah, just 2 more turns before my garrison here in Antioch falls. Luckily, they did not attack, which is nice of them. And anything else going on here? So Deep Thinker, -3 Piety, +3 Acumen. But right now I just need you to fight, so no thinking aloud. Oh yeah, it's Homelands, I kind of forgot about that. So I did score 10 points off of that, and I think I scored another 2 points off of Conquest, I believe. So that's nice. Scored 10 points. You know what? I may be 100,000 florins in debt, but at least I have 49 points. At least I have 49 Glorious Achievements points. Take that, suckers. I'm still in last place. But how are the Almohads still scoring points? This is ridiculous. Homelands, like, off of Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, and Cyrenaica, just off of North Africa, they're still making 11 points. It's just crazy. The Byzantines are in bad shape, but, you know, they still have a lot from the beginning. The Egyptians are... Wow, that's interesting. Oh, I guess I'm messing them up. Yeah, by taking Syria and having that go... Yeah, I did that right in the nick of time, actually. I just took 4 points off of them by having those provinces. And then the Mongols have Edessa, and the Almohads have Cyrenaica. Okay, yeah, go us. And the French and the Italians are still neck and neck, but considering that the Italians just lost the entire boot of Italy, they might be starting to struggle here. Yeah, look at that. That's going to last for 7 years. This is going to last for 8 turns, though. That's going to be forever. 3 turns for this to fall, and then 4 turns for this to fall. But yeah, the papacy, they have some good armies here. Yeah, it's all like high period armies. Chivalric men-at-arms, halberdiers, crossbows. See, that's why you don't want to get rid of the... That's why you don't want to get rid of the papacy. They'll just come back even stronger, you know? So that's going to be giving the Italians a bit of trouble here. Now I have forced the Egyptians off of Tripoli as well. They're just going to be retreating, probably to Antioch. And yeah, destroyed another building, pillaged some more money. Palestine was lost, that's totally fine. And the French have been excommunicated. Okay. They have to be having a civil war, right? And yeah, 1 more turn before this garrison falls, so I'll be coming in to rescue them in this turn. And here's the respected Islamic scholar. Ibn Rushd is among the foremost thinkers of this age. Few others match the quality of his study of Aristotle or his belief in radical rationalism. His commentaries are prized by both Islamic and Christian scholars, as are his astounding skills as a physician. Minus 10% zeal in all of Almohad, Spain. I suppose that doesn't matter because there is no such thing as Almohad, Spain right now. They're just all in North Africa, so I guess we're not getting minus 10% zeal, I believe, right? And what about this? A hedonist. He devotes much of his time to good food and other pleasures of the flesh. He's a little overweight. Minus 1 valor. You know what? It happens sometimes. my guys back home aren't doing much, so I get it. These guys better be in shape. So yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to... See, I would love to just, you know, starve out all of these garrisons as long as these armies are just retreating from me. Ooh, a rebel army has taken Edessa as well. Oh, fascinating. All right, well, let's go in here and save my brethren here in Antioch and take this back. Our glorious achievements points. Has anything changed? Okay, nope. Everything's staying the same here, making another 10 points off of homelands and another 2 off of conquest. That is totally okay. And I just hope that... Yeah, now the Egyptian Sultan is down to 2 influence. That's wonderful. I love to see it. But he's getting old. I mean, this guy, he has to be kicking the bucket pretty soon. He's 65, yeah. Yeah, it's probably his time. But if I can rescue my guys here in Antioch, that would be good. And where is... I thought that there was an Egyptian boat around here that I was trying to drive off. It looks like we're actually going to get a fight here in Antioch, which is kind of surprising. They only have 142 men. Can they not run away? I thought that they owned Lesser Armenia, so I thought that... Yeah, interesting. I think I'm just going to auto-resolve this one. I don't know if there's really too much point. Hopefully the auto-resolve doesn't screw me over. Please don't. So I only lost 8 men. Okay, that's wonderful. And I did kill 91. And yes, the province is now back in my control. It feels good. It feels good. Tripoli has been lost. That's totally fine. And yeah, I did ransom back some guys and raised a little bit of money. Not too much. And then yes, an Italian rebellion here in Tuscany. Okay. Fighting back against the papacy SE. The French are the richest. Man, I'm really shocked. Okay, and the Egyptian Sultan has died now. And I'm going to be curious to see how, you know, how much influence the new Sultan has. I mean, he's basically inheriting a civil war right now, which is awful for him. And the Pope is asking for a crusade against the Egyptians. Well, I mean, there already is one from the French. I don't know who else is in a position to really launch a crusade. The Italians, maybe? I mean, that's the only people that can. Oh no, the Germans can as well, but I don't think they're in a really good position to launch a crusade. I would love to, but I can't afford one. I can't afford to even build the crusade marker, so... Yes, alright, so we got some Inquisitions burning themselves out here. Income halved in Castile. Gosh, that's so unfortunate. Prince Ferdinand, eloquent, +1 piety, +1 acumen, okie dokie. Ah, I did find the new Egyptian Sultan, Sultan Mohammed I. He's 44 years old, 3 influence, so not doing great. 3 piety, 2 dread, 1 command. He's often drunk, and he's brave beyond belief. Probably because he's blasted off of his ass all the time. So he's going to be getting -1 command, and then -1 acumen. But also +3 valor and +3 morale. That's these are very contrary vices and virtues. One's really good and one's really bad. So yeah, interesting indeed. So I would like to... Do I have a bishop? Do I have anyone in this province? No, I do not. God damn it. Okay, please go over here. Let's see if we can get that ceasefire. I mean, I have Antioch. That's all I want. All I want is Antioch. All I want is Antioch and a ceasefire, so that I can safely bridge this gap with my fleets. I mean, there's no boats in the waters right now, but all it takes is 1 Egyptian boat to get in the water and then sink one of my boats. Because I have a lot of barks here, and these are my weaker ships. And if that Egyptian boat just happens to be, you know, in a sea region where I have one of my barks, then they could just sink one of my boats just like that. So I don't want to lose any boats. I need to wait until I have that ceasefire before I branch out and extend my trade lines right now. So I feel like I'm really close, though. I mean, there's 3 rebel-held provinces in Egyptian territory. The Mongols are still here, although they're not really doing anything. Trebizond's wide open. Guys, take it! Take Trebizond! And same with you, Byzantines. Like, what the hell? Do more. Be better. You're still at war, and these are some decent armies. Go do something with them. Take Anatolia. Let the Mongols take Trebizond, and then push on the Egyptians from, you know, this side. It's like you switch positions. That'd be a good idea. How about it? Oh, okay. Yes. Here we go. So the Egyptian Sultan wants to ally with me. That implies that he already accepted my offer of a ceasefire. I don't know if I want to be allies because he's enemies with my neighbors, the French. And also the Byzantines as well. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. On one hand, the French do seem to be having trouble with the Italians. I don't want to lose the French as an ally. So I need to decide. One of these factions, so like, is going to lose 1 point of influence if they attack me. Who would it be more important to me, you know, which faction that is? The Egyptians or the French? I want to say they're French because they are right on my home territories. So yeah, I think I'm just going to decline being allies, and I'm just going to assume they accepted the ceasefire. It's awkward that it's going in this order because it should show me that we got the ceasefire first. But I have to assume that that's the case. So I'm going to decline this. And yes, they have accepted the ceasefire. Thank freaking God. Oh my God. And I have a daughter on the way. Wonderful news. Back-to-back miracles. Oh, man. Okay, so now we're only losing 1,900. We're 112,658 florins in debt. But we got that ceasefire, so let's spread our wings a little bit. Caravel, you go. You go here, and then let's see, another Caravel. Go there, and I am gonna have to play at least one more turn just to know how much money I'm making. I can't help myself. Folks, I know this is probably going to be a long episode. This is, so far, at this point, going to be the longest time I've actually ever sat down to record an episode. A lot of it is going to be cut out because I did, you know, just burn through a lot of turns. But my curiosity is going to get the better of me, and I have to know how much I'm making. Because if I can get in the positive, then eventually I will get out my debt, and I will be fine. But even with all of my ships, you know, I'm everywhere I can be. Ooh, except for the Black Sea. But I will be able to be in the Black Sea next turn. But I actually did bring some boats all the way over to the English Channel as well. So I have to know, how much am I going to be making? So let's drop a save. Let's end this turn. And let's see if I get in the positive here. The French crusade has taken Bulgaria off of the Egyptians. Yes, they're going to be getting pushed back here a little bit. Okay, good. I will root for the French now. I don't really want the French crusade to succeed because that's going to give influence to the French king. But I do want the Italians to take a bit of or the Egyptians to take a beating here. Now, speaking of the Italians, they tried to take Aquitaine, but they are retreating from that. And then the Egyptians are retreating from Greece. They were trying to beat the Byzantines there. And what do we got here? So a loyalist rebellion from the French, taking back Brandenburg off the Mongolians, okay. And the French have the best technology. That sucks for me. And the Novgorods, the Russians, they are dead now. One of my generals has died of old age. Inquisition in Northumbria. And okay. This was just asking for an alliance. Like I already got my ceasefire. That's all I need. That's all I need. Okay, what do we got? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Making 3,816 florins. Oh god, okay. So, it's gonna take a long time for me to not be in debt. But, we can increase this by a little bit. bring this boat up here, and I'd be trading with another 1, 2, 3, 4 ports. And hopefully none of my ships get sunk in a storm or in a naval attack. Hopefully no one attacks me. That would be awful. Because, yeah, I need to sit tight here and really hope that no one attacks me for a very, very long time. Oh man, I feel like I've just been like watching all this craziness in the world for so long, and what I needed to end up doing was, you know, being a little proactive myself and using my armies here to create the civil war here in Egypt to be able to get that ceasefire. And it has worked, but you know, how long will I be able to hold out here? You know, it's my forces here are pretty beleaguered, and they will need reinforcements at some point. There are still some rebel armies here belonging into the Civil War rebels, and I don't know. I mean, the Egyptians aren't looking too terribly strong here. You know, their forces in Syria, Tripoli, they're not too strong. The Mongols are still around, although they're not looking too strong either. The Byzantines are being way too passive, in my opinion. How's the Egyptian Sultan still has 3 influence, so I wonder if there'd be like a back-to-back civil war. Although I think he gains influence by defeating a civil war. I think that's how that works. But this French Crusade can also come in here and put some pressure on Constantinople, so we will see how that works out as well. But that is all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I know it's been a long one. I think even after edits, I think this is going to be kind of on the long side, so I apologize if it was a little bit too long for you, but I had to know. I had to find some form of resolution to this. I couldn't just keep going here episode after episode, not knowing where the light at the end of the tunnel was going to be. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Conastep, and this has been Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.